just said something very important. I have to walk on eggshells. I have to be so careful every word that comes out of my mouth. So people asked that to the Chavetz Chaim. They said the Chavetz Chaim probably never spoke. Because if you learn Shmiras HaLashon, you know how careful you need to be? It's terrible learning Shmiras HaLashon. It's like, this is this and this, and you know, everything you say is wrong. But the Chavetz Chaim spoke freely. Once you master Shmiras HaLashon, you just don't want to say those words. You don't, just like you don't say certain bathroom words, you know? And it's easy to talk. Same thing here. We're dealing with fragile, hypersensitive people. We know that up front. Once you get it and you change, you flip the switch inside, you don't have to watch what you say because you're just never going to criticize. You're always going to be smiling. You're always going to say, great to see you. What can I do for you? Like a real loving person who is putting them first. And then you never have to worry about the reaction. And even if you say something a little off, if you're smiling and you're calm and you're happy, you'll say, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean that. That's it. You're working in a psych ward. But the psych ward is in your home. You got to leave the home to go on vacation. Not like people go to work and then they go home to relax. You got to get out and come to group to let off some steam, or hopefully you have more fun things in your life as well than just spending time with me. But that's part of what we're doing here. We're learning how to figure out that if we're not going to treat the chayla right, they hurt so bad. And it comes out in a nasty way. But you see, when he was feeling good about himself, he didn't do all that. As soon as he feels rotten about himself, it comes out. So all of that negative talk, whatever it was, you know, it's different for every kid, but they'll say things like, I'm not coming to your funeral, you know, the worst things, I'm not your son, I want you to die, I want to die, I'm going to kill you, all this stuff. If you understand it's pain, you just have Rachmanos. What does it say in Tanya? Rachmanos mivatelas hasina kenoida. Rachmanos, mercy, compassion, is mevatel, hatred, kenoida, as is known. We know it. We know it here. Ki yadua lo kip. Rachmanos, when you have compassion, it's mevatel, anxiety, anger, frustration. I feel so bad for my kid, and that's why you gotta meditate on that here and every night when you daven and all the time. I feel so bad for my kid. So I'm not frustrated. I'm upset for him. I'm upset for her that they have no life and they have no future that they see and they have no happiness and they have nothing to feel good about. Right? That's my pain. We have kids who even ask their parents, are you upset because of what I did? Are you upset because of what I said? And the smart parents will say, no, I don't care what you did. I'm just sorry that you're in pain. I'm happy you could always express yourself to me. We're not living in the 70s anymore where, you know, don't talk to me that way, it's chutzpah. That's not flying, especially with sick kids, even healthy kids. But with sick kids, I'm so happy that you feel comfortable to express it, because they can't express it to strangers on the street. They'll get arrested for the way they're talking to you, Rahman al-Islan. But as they heal and they feel better, you realize they don't even know what they did. They don't know. And you'll see that because they'll curse you out, and you'll see a kid who cursed out his father to such a degree must hate his father, sinas nefesh, and sometimes the next day they're like, hey, how you doing? And they're totally fine. They're just in a lot of pain. And when you're around and they're feeling pain and someone stubs their toe, they bang their toe, emotionally they feel, it could be a million different triggers. They're going to lash out and they're going to curse and they're going to scream and they're going to say, it's your fault. How many of you, your kids blame you for their rotten life? It's your fault. It's your fault. Right? You're like, me? What did I do? What did I do? I don't know. Yeah. Well, in their perception, we hurt them, or we didn't protect them, or after they were hurt by somebody else, we didn't understand them and we just pushed them like we thought we're doing good. Came out of love. There's a huge misunderstanding here, but they feel like we abandoned them, we weren't there for them. Yan loy hamantem bi. That's what they're crying out. You didn't believe me. I said, I don't want to go to camp. Why'd you make me go to camp? I didn't want to go on the bus. You forced me to go on the bus. And normal parenting, that's what we had to do. But if they were getting mistreated or abused or whatever, they feel like that trust is like broken. Like they don't trust us. A lot of your kids don't trust you. You have to rebuild that trust, and they should feel, I can trust you, that you care about me more than your God, your Torah, your neighbors, your ego, your bank account, anything. It's mamish mesiras nefesh. It's showing them, you are my first, and that's why it's not pshat that they come before the Torah. That's what the Torah wants from you. That's what you all have Rabbanim for, to back you up. Like I just said that. I want to repeat that. Nebuch unfortunately lost his father. He's in Shleishim, and he has a child who needs to go on a vacation. So don't rely on me. Ask your Rav. So we spoke about it before. If you're doing Ratzon Hashem, you have to know what Ratzon Hashem is. Is it Ratzon Hashem that you should daven with minyan for your father's aliyah? Or is it Ratzon Hashem, you should go visit your grandmother in the hospital and maybe miss minyan? Or to take your child on a vacation to break depression and anxiety and all these life-saving things that we're up against. You have to know Ratzon Hashem. For that, you need a Das Torah. But very, very likely in your situation, I know that that's what your Das Torah is going to say, is that in your situation, you're a Hatzalah person. And we all know this. For physical illness, a guy goes to the Yomid, he gets a Hatzalah call. Nobody's having a heart attack. Just a regular Hatzalah call. Stitches. What do? You run. What about Mincha? You're not going to get another minyan. It's the latest possible time, and you go, because Ratzon Hashem is calling. Very, very simple. Physical illness, we always see it. But a kid could be on top of a building, suicidal, emotionally drained, emotionally in a terrible place, and you have to do certain things, and it becomes, I don't know, who says, So Baruch Hashem, you have a great Rav who understands the sugya. But what I told him was that if it's Ratzon Hashem to miss minyan, then don't just miss minyan. Say what you're doing. You're taking your child wherever it is. At that time, say, I'm doing this Le'ilu Nishmas, my father. I'm saving my daughter Le'ilu Nishmas, my father. And that's a great aliyah for the neshama. That I'm not just wasting my time. I'm not just missing a kaddish for no reason. I was told you need authentic Das Torah to know the situation. And don't just miss it. Say, Tati, I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for you. I'm trying to save my daughter. We want to see Yiddish Adairis. I'm doing this for you. Skada v'yiskada, Shmei Rabba. We should have Dairis. And if that's Ratzon Hashem, and you're doing it, it's takas was for you, Father.